Hello, seekers. Welcome back to the Existential Shift. I hope you can hear me and see me well. Let me actually change something about the settings that I should have done before pressing play. I apologize. Let me change the background to none. That will help the internet. Okay. So, hi, we're doing all signs for the month of February. We're going to go from Aries through Pisces and then also Ophiuchus. Maybe I'll start with Aquarius instead and go through the circle because it's your birthday. I'll take a moment to think about that. If you're interested also in the collective messages and the energy shift for the month of February, I've done a separate live video for that. It's on my live tab on the channel, and I will link it. I will also link it at the end of this video. And if not, just look for it. Hi, if you're here, say hi to me. I'm so excited to be live. I've been a little bit wonky with uploading content recently. I'm sorry about that, but you know, it's important for both myself and for you guys that what I upload is authentic and based in inspiration and not forced. So whenever a lot of it happens and I do a lot of content, whenever there's a slowdown, then I do less. My system needs to get regenerated and restored as well. So, you know, it comes in waves, the amount of contents that I do, but I am here now and that's great. And I'm excited. If you guys could tell me how the internet is, if you can hear me well, see me well, that'd be awesome. And I don't know that I want to over yatter and maybe just kind of dive straight in. The question is, do I want to begin with the first sign of the zodiac per usual, which is Aries, or do I want to go with Aquarius because it's you guys' birthday and kind of? No, I think I'm gonna start with Aries just to keep it organized and easy for everybody. Okay, so let's take a few moments to just kind of shuffle the cards, take a breath. Feel free to share what your sign is, where you're tuning in from. And if you're watching this and feel inclined to timestamp the different signs, that would be amazing for your fellow seekers and very helpful for me. So thank you in advance. February for the different signs, separate messages for each sign. All right, so let's start with Aries. My Aries seekers, please, for this month of February. Message for Aries. Okay, first card out, Ace of Pentacles. A great start for the reading in general and for you. Five of Swords. Okay. One more. and 10 of Wands. Okay. And bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. So I'm going to show them to you. So Aries, you seem to, coming into the month of February, forgetting who you are. There is a very strong sense of self for Aries in general, but being that you're beginning the reading with the Ace of Pentacles, even more so applicable to you guys watching in this month, your strong sense of self is there. Your core understanding of what works and what does not work for you is there, but I'm seeing you overworking your mind in a way that creates doubt and fragmentation. There's something that you are very connected to from a very genuine place, from a very like elemental place even, where it's really a part of you, of who you are and what you are inherently, almost like genetically. I mean, maybe genetically is a strong word unless you're dealing with a family member, but maybe even energetic genetics, right? There's something that you are just, it's what you are, it's who you are, it works well for you. But your mind is playing tricks on you. Maybe you should be doing that. Maybe you should be doing that. I'm seeing the intellect also and the ego kind of take place, but maybe I'm supposed to be doing this and that. Or there's a term I want to use, but I am hesitating about using it because it's a bit too strong. It doesn't properly describe what I want to say. It kind of exaggerates what I want to say, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way. Ego doesn't cut it, but spiritual narcissism is too extreme to describe. So it's somewhere in between. It's like there's something that is in alignment with you for now. It's birthed. Okay, so it could be interesting. So it could be something that is a new, relatively new experience for you. But you're pushing it away and turning your back to it from an intellectual place, from a ego place, from a place of, you might look at it as something that is beneath you or beneath your path or beneath your potential. But that's just perspective. It's not actually true. Like, first of all, whatever you are can never be beneath your potential or beneath anything. Whatever you are is perfect and beautiful as is. Assuming that you're not conflating it with hurting other people, which I'm sure you're not, but just in case. So this month, I'm seeing you kind of sitting on the fence between something that is very clear and strong and natural and in alignment with you, but you'd rather take on more intellectual responsibility, more spiritual, moral responsibility. Okay. Because it makes you feel more victorious in a way. Now, some of you are not going to admit that to yourself. The Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, I feel like, is reminding you to listen to your silent, quiet intuition. Where do you feel at ease? Where do you want to be? What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you ask yourself, what is my happy place, right? Or what is my safe space, or whatever the case. And that's your answer that already exists inside. So try your best to not lose yourself in the, just going to say, balloon of spiritual narcissism. It's not, you're not a narcissist. It's not actually that. It's like, it's this tendency that we all sometimes have, especially in the spiritual field, of like denying what is working best for us or what we are truly in our hearts. because we want to be grandiose in some way, because we want to be the spiritual healer, the leader, the this, the that, when sometimes it's the simplest things that are in most alignment with our path, in which we can help others the most. It's like your body's telling you one thing. The element of earth is the pentacles. Your body's telling you one thing in regards to where you want to be, where you want to go, where you feel at ease, what you're drawn to. But your mind and your will tell you something else, but they're not in alignment. These are not positive cards to do with the fire element or to do with the air element. There are incredible cards to do with these elements that are very much guiding you well, but not these two, not this combination. It's overdoing it and not listening to yourself. Okay. Do we need a little clarification about this for Aries for February? For Aries seekers, a little bit of clarification for Aries about this. Six of Wands. When you simplify, when you reduce, things become a lot more clear, and then you can be very victorious. It's like a jack of all trade, master of none kind of thing. But the thing is, you can be master of several things, just not all the things. If that makes any sense. No, it's like it's not exactly hitting it on the nail, what I'm saying. What's the best way to phrase this? You can be really successful in something, and it has to do with the things you're just good at. It has to do with physical things. It has to do with fun things. It's not so much to do with hefty intellectual responsibilities. And some of you are going to misunderstand what I'm saying and think, is she saying I'm not smart? You're brilliant. It's not about that. It's about, just because you can do something doesn't mean it makes you happy to do it or that it's best for you to do it, right? Just because you can potentially solve incredible physics and math equations doesn't mean you need to sit all day 24/7 and do just that. Right? It can be an overload on the system, and there are other aspects to life to explore. So that's just an example. This still feeling missing. Is there anything else for Aries? Are you guys here? Because I see you here in the numbers of people watching, but you're not saying hi to me. What's up? What else for Aries? This might be a very long live because I feel like the readings might be long. Hey, Patrick. Good morning to you too. Welcome. Thank you for joining. What else for Aries? More cards. There's the Hierophant that we had in the bottom of the deck and the Strength card. Okay. Ah, there it is. There's the message. Thank you. It felt so like on the tip of it, but not completely. Got it. Thank you. Okay. So the way to your highest spiritual alignment and expression is through the simplest thing you can imagine. Relationship, right? What it is that you dream of doing, and then taking that one little first step and focusing just on that. It's making yourself feel good about yourself in the morning with like a good, healthy routine of I don't know, vitamins and protein shake, whatever works for you, right? And exercise and having a good conversation with someone. I don't know. These are just examples, but this is very high spiritual energy. This is understanding spirit and understanding the laws of the universe and the way it relates specifically to the laws of Earth, to this life, and how to differentiate on when to put healthy boundaries in like mundane behavior versus when to break them down and behave a little bit more abstract, spiritual. This is mastery. This is spiritual mastery. This is someone that teaches by example, but like in a very profound, inspiring way. Seemingly simple actions, but that create a big impact. But the thing is, it's not going to come from status. There's something that you're almost obsessing over that you want to be perceived as to the world. But when you go about that way, it will only take you away from that, ironically. But when you go by a completely different way of going about that, or like even turning your back to it almost, to what it is that you think. What you think is your highest path is not your highest path, and you'll only discover your highest path by going through what you think is your lowest earthy-like basic path. Okay. That's the most I can muster with like trying to explain this. Good luck, Aries. I hope this was helpful. Okay. Yeah, but that was the message that needed to come through. So now we have Taurus. Hey, Taurus. How are you guys doing? Uranus moved direct in your sign. You're like, I don't know what was worse. Retrograde, direct, I don't care. Just let it out of my sign. I understand. And here we are now in February, which is Aquarius season that is ruled by Uranus. And it's like a lot of blockages that are meant to get things going. February is the month where you have a lot of blockages that are actually getting things going for you. You just don't know that that's the case, so you feel frustrated. But literally every stop sign is literally a redirecting. And it's going to feel like a headache. And you've probably been experiencing this throughout January as well. But it's a discomfort that will lead you to comfort. Hi, Garan GVS, and I'm sure I did not pronounce your name properly, and I apologize for that. Been waiting for this. Yay! Me too. Me too. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So Taurus. Taurus. Seven of Cups. Taurus for February. Eight of Swords. Hey, Mountain Girl, welcome. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate that. Hi there, Morgainne and Room. Hope everyone has been well. One more for Taurus. I knew it's going to be a doozy for Taurus. Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords. Ah. I need water to just kind of swallow that. I'm hearing the song Caught in the Middle with You. One more card for Taurus. Okay, Four of Pentacles. It's comic at this point. Oh, my dear. Okay. Okay. Taurus, this month feels stuck, to say the least. Some of you are very caught up in a story, and you're holding on to that story. And the thing is, that story could be delusional, and that story can be super accurate and true and in alignment. That is beside the point. The reason I'm not saying which is which is because I can't, because it will be different for different Taurians out there. What I can say is that either way, you don't want to be stuck in this story in this month. You want to, how should I say? Sorry, hold on. Gotcha. Okay. Imagine a character in a story that already knows all the story and how things unfold and what it can do to it, to the character, knowing all of that. This is something I can relate with. It's one of the hardest things of being able to see certain things sometimes. Okay, how do you behave normal and not mess up the natural trajectory of things? Watch my 13th element that I did quite a while ago, but it's always relevant, about the blessing and the curse of being a seer. That also gives tools on how to handle a situation when you're seeing it. It can be quite challenging, and being in that place can be very sabotaging for you and for your real true stories that become convoluted and extra complicated because you see how things are. And sometimes it's better, I can't say better not to see. It's always good to see, because certain things, it's very helpful when you know. But certain things, it just gives you a headache and it doesn't change anything. So you want to learn how to differentiate between things that you're seeing that are meant for you to kind of do something about it, and, maybe kind of break out of karma and create dharma in that regard, versus things that you're seeing, but just let it play out. Let it be. That is probably the most difficult thing for extrasensory people to learn how to do. It's yeah. So this is like the ultimate test this month. Are you able to be in the story and not try to become the writer or the narrator of it, because you're not supposed to. The writer and the narrator can be your oversoul, right? Or spirit. But you yourself, as the avatar or the character in that story, is supposed to just be that character so that story unfolds properly. And right now I'm seeing you losing your freaking mind. And the advice of the cards is to let go, which is always a good thing, and to not get lost in the various dimensional aspects of the situation that you're seeing. Be like, if I didn't know that this and that was playing out, if I didn't know that this and that is playing out, what would I have done? Okay, from the things that I would do, which are more in favor of like my peace of mind, my well-being, and allowing things to unfold, and which are things that I'm actually, it's good that I know so that way I can do something about it and improve it. Like, and learn and try to kind of differentiate between the two. It's a really great exercise. It's a very difficult one, but it's a great opportunity to exercise that. Okay, what else about this for Taurus? If anyone relates to this, let me know. Clarity about this for Taurus. Six of Swords. Take yourself away from the story for a little bit. Just take the distance that you need. Take the time, take the space, take a vacation. By the way, guys, how is the sound? How is the image? Am I clear? Is the Wi-Fi connection working well? Because it got fixed, so it's supposed to be better. Please let me know. You're moving away. Could be temporarily this month. You're going somewhere. And you might think that it's taking you away from the story, but it's actually part of the story. It's the unseen part of the equation that is purposefully hidden from you. It's a purposeful blind spot so that you don't over-engage in it. Three of Pentacles. There's something you need to build first. It's like a sub-story to the story. And reestablish before you can return back to whatever story you're caught up right now. So this is actually really good. So if you find yourself taking a break, a vacation, a move, a distance, to focus on something else really well, it's not the end of the story. It's the improvement of the story, and it's the kind of whatever story that is, whatever situation you're in. Three of Wands. Yes. Take a new direction that takes you. Oh my God, this is so interesting. Hold on. There's something that you are about to do that takes you away from a group of people. It's like whatever needed to play out there played out. And now you're taking yourself farther from that. And then there will be a return of some sort, maybe in a different form, but it's very kind of hazy. I can't really see it clearly, so I don't think you're supposed to see it. Okay, I feel like this reading was a bit confusing and all over the place, so I'm sorry, but I hope it was helpful. Ten of Pentacles, you're guided to your place. You're guided to your place. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, interesting. Next is Gemini. Gemini. Okay, Gemini for February, please, or February for Gemini. February for Gemini. February for Gemini. Ooh, the Lovers. Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Okay. 656. There's a change in status between you and someone. Someone really took the other person for granted. Like the bond, the connection. So there's like a sense of loss or a sense of loss pretty much. And it's not beyond repair. It's very much so can be repaired, but it will require an extra showcase of appreciation, right? So let's say you have a connection with someone and there's a kind of a breakdown of that, or I don't know if there was sabotage or if it was just, one of you taking the other for granted. So there was like not sabotage from the outside, but sabotage from the inside. It could be either or, it could be both. But could be that someone was over prone to listen to gossip or to what other people think, and it affected their behavior towards the person that you're connected with. So I'm saying they, them, because it could be either you or the other person. And something about the energy of the two of you was very strong and very protected, but once the sabotage came from one of you, or the disrespect came from one of you, that almost like tainted the bond or broke trust, right? So the repair needs to be from the ground up and very intentful. Okay, show me more about this for Gemini. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Yeah, there has been a lot of talk, so much. It could be someone specific that has been whispering in your ear, Gemini, that has like, they kind of took their own illusions or their own paranoia and wrapped it up in a logical, wrap, and presented it to you with like, see how, like, it's almost like someone presenting to you a conspiracy theory about someone, and they've given you all these proof and all these logical they've almost like served like as a prosecutor against this person that you had this bond with, and you got really influenced by it and really like Like they sold it really well. It was very strategic, unfortunately. I was thinking, was it like out of innocence and stupidity, or was it malice? And it was strategic. This person knew what they were doing. Half a truth is a whole lie. You know, someone can give you a very false impression of reality by presenting to you an aspect of reality and then a proof to it that you can witness without context or without actually knowing what guides the situation, and then you get all in it. It's very unfortunate because it created this, you know, spiritual bond that God just kind of and there's a sense of like, well, how do we go back from that? Well, this says that it's possible. So, you know, maybe by clearing your head from whatever negative influence that has been kind of really poisoning you in a way. And trying to make amends if that's you and not the other way around. And trying to make amends. Like it's not enough to recognize a mistake. What you want to do is try and fix it and apologize. Like people today expect to be forgiven without apologizing or without even trying to fix the situation, which I find it an aspect of just another aspect of spiritual narcissism. Like what, like fix the situation and then or try at least or express remorse, and then you can expect the other person to begin considering forgiving, or like you don't just skip over things. That's not flow, that's spiritual laziness and emotional laziness presented as flow. Sorry, but just to go back to the bottom line, this can be restored, but it will require work and renewal of trust. It will have to be worked on. Renewal of trust and a lot of giving and generosity from a genuine place of expressing care. Okay. Good luck, Gemini. You know, it's an important lesson to listen to your own instinct and to your own heart and not let people kind of poison your mind against others. That's just... Okay. Good luck, Gemini. Now we have Cancer. How are you guys doing? Which signs do I have here in the room? And where are you tuning in from? Cancer. Cancer, what's up? Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. And the Justice. I like this. Okay, the energy is starting to move. Cancer, there's something that you're just not happy with the way it has been progressing, the way it has been working, the way it has been, like you've invested a lot into something and it just didn't, for a long time, it didn't grow the way you wanted it to grow. But now something will grow out of it very strongly and very well once you take out the weeds that have been surrounding all your what it is that you've been planting and kind of blocking it from growth. It's like don't plant, or you have been planting multiple seeds in the same soil, looking forward to see what grows best. But the thing is, they have been blocking each other. So, but one thing manages to grow strongly, but you'll have to clear out the rest. You can't give room to all of your aspirations and all of these little different projects or situations. There's one thing for this time being that you want to focus on that will bring you success. It will require you to be very sharp and cutting of other things. Cancer, February. Okay. Ooh, a lot of cards. Seven of Cups has been coming up for everyone. Seven of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. So there's a relationship here. There's one relationship that hasn't been working, that you're recognizing that you've been investing a lot and it just hasn't been, it's just been kind of beating around the bush, circling around its own tail, not really progressing. But there was a lot of fluff around it, or a lot of like show around it to make it seem like it's the best relationship or the right connection or the alignment or cooperation. And I see you kind of recognizing that, especially because there's someone else that you recognize that might be a better fit, a better suit, work better with you, connect better with you, and maybe you didn't give it a chance, or this person a chance, because something about their status or about where they are in life hasn't been as impressive as the other person. But now you're seeing like kind of through the facade and the big hoo-ha of how someone represents themselves, and you're looking into the essence of the merit, the behavior. And I think that that connection, be it work or romance, I'm not sure, it can be either, that collaboration and connection can work a lot better for you at this time. Some of you are going through a divorce, and starting a new relationship. Some of you are quitting and starting to work on a passion project with someone else. And I think it's going to work really well. So good luck with that. I like this reading. Do I have any moderator in the house that wants to help out in the chat? If so, feel free to do so. Hold on, Cancer. Thank you. Leo is next. Yay. Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Okay. Next is Leo. Leo for February. What's going on with Leo seekers for the month of February, please? Yeah. Eight of Swords, Taurus had this. Nine of Swords. The Fool and Five of Swords. Okay, Leo, you really got to break yourself free from a very oppressive, painful situation that has brought you nothing but grief. There's nothing there for you. There's still something in you that makes you feel maybe there's this and that. There's nothing there for you, and it has reached it's like you are so tired of being tired. You're so done with being upset and sad over the situation. Um, it's a lose-lose situation. There's no winning here. Um, what you want is to really meditate and be like, what would make me feel free? And do that for yourself. And it's very hard. You're really overwhelmed with mental anguish and paralysis and overthinking, and your inner voice is there. Your wisdom is there. Your truth is there. Just uncover it. Uncover it. Take the risk. I'm hearing the phrase leap and then the net will appear. Anything better than this, whatever situation. There's, there's a level of betrayal. There's a level of loyalty. It's making you sick. It's making you physically ill. You really want to take care of yourself better. I don't know what this is. Let's see more. Page of Wands and King of Wands. Um, Seven of Swords. I don't like this amount of swords in your reading. It's too much. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you're suffering from migraines, headaches. Hi, Willow, Virgo in New Zealand. That's cool. Love how you teach us and the way you word things. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. New Zealand is beautiful. Never been. Okay. So, Leo, I feel like you're lost in this. I don't know, maybe these are family members. This could be a spouse and a child that get along really well together and you're feeling kind of left out or outside. Um, if you're trying to improve the situation by controlling it, abort. You're not going to improve it that way. It's only get more convoluted, more complicated and painful. Don't talk above anyone. And if someone is talking above you, you don't have to engage. I see some of you maybe wanting to leave a family situation. Honestly, you might feel like a marriage situation or a family situation is just being overwhelmingly oppressive and painful. And you just want You just want out. Some of you, I'm seeing you guys just kind of leaving and feeling overwhelmed and not being able to do that anymore. I'm not judging you at all. You know, not everything is meant to succeed. Not everything is meant to work out. Sometimes things are meant to be done or broken down. And it needs to be like, not everything can get along in this realm. You know, water and oil don't work together. Helen, hi. Leo in France. Ooh, are you dealing with something like this? Some of you are dealing with someone who is highly unreliable, very manipulative, very charismatic, um, that either is really disloyal, cheats, and you know it. So don't let their words fool you. Show me more about this for Leo, please. Page of Pentacles. You need to look at the big picture and not at the convenient details that help you continue to lie to yourself and keep you. Yes, you can find something positive in everything, but that's toxic positivity when you're like ignoring an abusive, toxic situation by focusing on the positive of it that is being actually drowned by the negative. That is just too much. So, Leo, you need to wake up and really recognize how you feel on a regular basis, and make a strong decision for yourself to set yourself free of this. Okay, Leo? Good luck. All right, now we're going to move to Virgo, but first we're going to take a few seconds break. I'll be right back and we'll do Virgo. Okay, I just need to kind of wash my face. Okay. Thank you for your patience. I am back. Oh, hey, my life. Hello, very sleepy and lazy right now. That's fun. Well, happy to have a moderator and thank you for being a channel member. Thank you to all my channel members. Very much appreciated. Okay. So, where were we? We did Leo. It wasn't an easy reading, so I hope you guys are okay. Next is Virgo. Virgo. Virgo for February. It's interesting. It's like it's how do I describe it? It's almost like you guys' energy have been different, are different a little bit, which is very natural. We evolve, we grow, we change. And some of you have been with me for like years, some of you are relatively new. Um, but it's like I feel like the energy of my seekers in general has really shifted and is being like kind of in a cocoon processed, contained safely while you're going through your transitions and transformations or becoming the beautiful butterfly that you already are. So it's like trying to read you. It's like going through being allowed through your cocoon in some way, which is it feels different, but I'm still grateful that I'm allowed to, read for you guys. So for those of you that are still a part of the existential shift and tune in and kind of let me connect, I just want to say the process with you guys energetically has been fascinating. Yeah, and I just hope I'm doing the best I can for you guys. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to say that. Virgo. Going back to Virgo. For the month of February. Virgo seekers. What is going on with my Virgo seekers? For February. Okay. Ooh, the Hierophant and King of Pentacles. Okay, this is a very serious energy. A positive, very serious. Industrial, almost. Interesting. Learning how to combine financial trajectory with your spiritual intuitive work for some of you. Spiritual business is coming up. Ten of Pentacles. You're a part of something very ancient and very powerful and very positive. It has strong roots in the ground, and the legacy of it will continue. This could be something that you're building that is going to have strong roots in the ground and have a legacy that will sustain itself and continue Uh, if you've been debating if to start working with your creative spiritual gifts and have, open a business of some sort, this is very supportive of that. This reading, temperance, healing, magic, alchemy. It's like you're working on combining two things that are very different than one another, but can be alchemically combined and integrated into something that can work really well for you, Virgo. Also, like on another note, if you're in a relationship, I do see that it, progresses to marriage, um, to having a home. You're starting a business in your home. You're, you know, taking patients, creating like an office space. Wow, this is beautiful. There we go. This is great. The Sun and Two of Pentacles. So there's like some burst of healing, physical healing, and childhood trauma healing that is occurring for you this month. And it's going to lead to some sort of breakthrough, um, an energetic one. It will really improve your intuition and your ability to focus on what it is um, that you need to know and work with, as opposed to what it is that you can just, okay, I see this, but I'm putting this aside because I'm not supposed to do it. Like discernment, the skill of discernment is going to be really, really heightened and improved for you this month. Um, you might be signing up to a school or starting to teach at a school. This is something that you're really good at, that you're really in alignment with, and can really help people. It's a talent that you have, that you also developed skills around it and experience, but it starts with the basic talent. You're just very gifted at that. You might get an offer that will require travel or move or distance of some sort. Um, I see some of you combining working on whatever it is that you're doing for someone else, for a business or an organization, but also starting something for yourself privately in your private practice, or like a business where you freelance a little bit on the side. If you're worried, I think it's going to work really well for you. I see a lot of work, a lot of you're going to be very busy. Ooh, okay, this looks great. Anything else for Virgo about this? Too many cards. Anything else for Virgo about this? The Star. You are, if you're confused on whether, I don't think you're confused. You're really, this is confirmation from your oversoul, from your higher self, that you're on the right track. You're enacting your dharma. You're not being lost in a karmic loop or karmic wheel. If in doubt, watch your karmic shift and liberation. Virgo, it's available on Patreon for purchase. It's like just $6 video, and you get to have a reading of your past lives karma, current lifetime karma, and self-made lifetime karma, and other aspects that I put in there. These are very long readings, but I was told by people who watched them that they've been very helpful. So I don't think you should have any doubts, but if you want to be, if you really want to go into it, break it down and check it out. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. But just follow the spark of inspiration. It leads you to the right direction. It's not gonna fail you. It's not gonna fail you. Some of you are going to be really, really recognized for your work, for your talents, um, for your heart. Like your heart is shining very truthfully, very beautifully. You're seen as someone that is very honest, very sincere, very loving, very truthful, which is hard. It's hard to be perceived as both truthful and as loving because people who are very truthful, a lot of people get triggered by it. They don't experience it as loving, even though it's the most loving thing. People a lot of time conflate politeness and enabling with love. So, but this you managed to get to be on this to find that perfect sweet spot where you can be both and be perceived as such as well. So that's talent right there. Yeah, Virgo, this is a great reading. Mm, yeah, we're not going to venture there too much. Okay. All right. Who's next? Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. By the way, does anyone have a personal question for the cards that they want to ask? Get an answer live. Live reading? Let me know. Mountain Girl Libra. Libra for the month of February. Ooh, interesting. Okay. We have the High Priestess, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Swords. Mm. Libra, there's this dual existence within you. One is this like powerful, knowledgeable, serene, knowing priestess that has trust in the unknown, fears nothing because you're the queen of the underworld, right? So nothing can scare you. And then there's the avatar psychological aspect of you that doubts yourself, that feels disappointed with yourself, um, that doesn't always stay in line with the powerful version of you that is there, sitting quietly, allowing you to be it when not covering it up with doubts and insecurities and self deprivation, or not self deprivation, when you talk badly at yourself, to yourself, about yourself. Um, and you're really bringing yourself down, and it's interesting. And there's that part of you, the high priest, that is like unmoved and unwavered. Thing is, even though your spirit remain calm and powerful, you're really bruising and injuring your psyche, your heart, and you're creating unnecessary exhaustion and fatigue. Um, Look back and think of all the times you went through these crazy unknowns and got out on the other side more than fine. And embrace the in-between. This is something that I'm working on right now. Embracing the in-between. Um, and if you're feeling like your life is like you're standing in your car in a red light, once the light goes green, you don't even know which direction you want to take, which turn to take. Instead of like being surrendering to agitation and anxiety, just meditate. And once the light goes green, just either turn right or turn left or move forward and just see what your hands do in the moment. Don't try to think, don't try to analyze how you'll feel in that moment decision you will, because right now you're being guided to be in the unknown, not have plans work out, and let the chaos, mm, learning how to work with chaos energy, because you love harmony and you love order. You love knowing where things stand because you're the sign of balance. You can't balance something if you don't know where it's at, right? If you don't know where something stands, you don't know what to add or subtract in order to create harmony and balance. And that takes you, it makes you feel bonkers. Like it makes you feel crazy because you're like, well, if I don't know what is missing, how do I know what to add? If I don't know what is too much, how do I know what to subtract? That's your nature, and that's beautiful. We need to be that. That's your job in the zodiac wheel, one of the jobs. But right now we're being stretched so far broader and wider than our role of our zodiac. So it's no longer about recognizing by seeing what is missing, recognizing what you need to add, or by seeing what is too much, recognizing what you need to subtract, how to balance it. Now you're kind of stepping into a realm where you need to learn how to doing do it without knowing what you're doing, and have blind trust that harmony will take care of itself, nature will take care of itself in a way. And it doesn't make much sense what I'm saying right now because I don't fully comprehend what it is that I'm saying right. I'm also myself trying to come to terms with practice that, right? If you want an expansion of this message, watch the live that I did yesterday, February 2025, Existential Shift, where I speak to the collective energy we're going through as a collective. I speak to that there, so maybe it will help. My life, your Libra Sun, Moon, Venus, and your Leo rising. Wow. I love the in between. Well, I love noticing. Yeah, yeah. So that's pretty much. Let's see a little more for Libra. Tell me a bit more for Libra. Oh, Ace of Cups, blind faith. You're guided to practice blind faith and to trust, which is very difficult. King of Wands, interesting. Okay, okay, this is taking a turn. This reading, hold on. There's a person, I think it's a romantic interest, that the path to this connection will only be able to open up once your frequency is in alignment with their frequency, right? And then there will be a vibrational match and we'll be able to manifest. So what is missing right now in your system for that to happen is complete surrender and blind faith. So this is not just a spiritual exercise of expansion of your existence. It's also a path to a romantic connection. Interesting. And I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to complicate things for you guys or make you overthink about something. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, Libra. Nice. Cute. Very cute. Very romantic. And spirit sometimes operates. Okay. Who's next? Scorpio. Mhm. Scorpio. Mm. Guys, I don't get to go live so often, and I would love it if any of you would like to ask a question, a personal question for the card you have online. Like, it has been, I'm not saying it will remain sporadic. Hopefully that will change, but it has been so sporadic. So whenever I get the chance, if you want to utilize that opportunity, that'd be great. I don't know, I feel like someone has a question there that wants to come out. So if that's the case, feel free to go with it. Um, where was I? Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Focus on Scorpio. Scorpio for February. Mountain Girl, we would love to get some feedback on my work with forces and thinking. Okay, perfect. We can do that after I do the 13 signs. And you follow this guideline. Okay. Scorpio for February. It's just, it's such a different energy from the other signs. So I feel like I need to like just tap into Scorpio. Oh, your focus. Okay. Okay, Scorpios. Your focus is amazing and enviable. Um, very, maybe someone pissed you off. When you're pissed off, Scorpios can get so uber focused and know exactly what to do. Or February. Okay, yep. You're being very sharp right now, very decisive. Justice card. Show me more for Scorpio. The Fool. Ooh. It's like you're pressing the restart button on your entire system. Oh, here you are. Ten of Swords and the Death card. Okay. First of all, there is a profound beginning and a profound ending. You're going through simultaneously. And it's like you are not looking back. It's like, I am done. There's no going back in here. The situation is over. You're moving forward. You're starting a complete new chapter. And you're cutting through bullshit that you've been very much enduring and patient with. But it's like, nope, not anymore. And now if it used to be hard, now it feels easy. It's like you're so cold. And it's like the good way. Like it's where you needed to get in order to be enough is enough kind of thing. Um, It's like you're starting a complete new chapter. You're leaving behind something that felt very imbalanced. Like you were either overgiving or over receiving, whatever the case may be, but it felt, some of you are like paying for something, free of it. Um, you're like, yeah, take the money, take the thing. Be careful with that. Don't give too much if it's not necessary because you're too eager to move on. If there's something that you just need to be patient a few more days, etc., then give yourself that. Um, but you to like make some sacrifices and give things in order to be free, and that's good in general. There's no price to your freedom, price tag to your freedom. You're setting yourself free this month. This is it. If you've been undergoing something um, for a very long time, this could be a court case that is finally being settled. Um, this is something that has really bruised you. It's been very painful, but it's a new dawn. This is, you're free, Scorpio. You can have this new sense of self. Breathe. So that's great. Wow. Walk away. Just walk away. It's gonna be okay, and you know it's gonna be okay. Trust yourself. You're an OG. You're an OG. Hey, good luck, Scorpio. Next is Sagittarius. Sag, and then Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces, and then Ophiuchus. Great. Message for Sag for February, please. Message for Sag for February. The Justice card is just keep coming out. People are really cutting bullshit out of their life and having and saying enough is enough. Justice and Seven of Swords. There's something that you feel like you need to be strategic and intelligent in the way you move away from it. Want to do it quietly, responsibly. Don't spout it to everybody. Everybody needs to know. Um, Sometimes being strategic is the most respectful, loving thing you can do when the environment doesn't allow you to be completely open-hearted and wear your heart on your sleeve. It's for Sag Moon, it's like you are so authentic, genuine. But truth really matters to you. Like when you feel deceit, it hurts you physically. You feel it emotionally, and so you might not like having to do this, and you already know that you can do this. I'm not surprising you, but just to give you confirmation, it's okay. You're not betraying the truth. You're not being deceitful. Two of Cups. This has to do with someone that you really care about. So you need to be strategic and clever in some area of your life or with some people in your life in order to protect someone that you really care about. It is really important to you. And that it's a greater truth, it's a greater value. Um, Tell me more about this, Sag, please. Three of Wands. You want to start like a new path with this person away from something that has been very restrictive or I'm hearing the dry. The dry law never gets wet. It's like certain legalities, or should I say procedures, um, ways of going about doing things, or there's a word that I'm forgetting. Um, but it's like you recognize that this dry law isn't the spiritual truth, right? Or isn't the moral, or there's a bigger picture. So it's like you're making a choice that is more in alignment with what you believe in, and you're just doing what you need to do. And I feel like you're, oh, okay. Knight of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. It's like very, very clear, very goal-oriented. You're making a decision, you have a plan that you believe in, and you're actively going about it. And this looks good. This is that you know what you're doing. Bottom of the deck, the Hangman. So it requires a level of sacrifice and discomfort, obviously. But if it's for something that you believe in, with some of you it's for love. That's very sweet. Some of you are quietly planning to leave a current spouse or current partner. Um, you're making all the legal arrangements or finding a new place, and you're not telling them only until the last minute. And I think maybe it's because you feel like you have to, maybe because that person might be controlling or sabotaging somehow, and you feel like that's the only way for you to do that safely or properly. Um, and you're leaving for it with someone else. So that's interesting. But it's going to be okay. It's a new start in love and direction. It's in alignment with your dharma, so it looks good. Temporary discomfort for that purpose. Good luck, Sag. Planning an escape. Interesting. Okay, next is Capricorn. How are you guys doing? Mm, Message for Capricorn for February. Hope you had a nice birthday season. Yeah. Kippy. Too many cards. Capricorn, Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Hmm. What's up with this card? Seven of Swords. Okay, we're just gonna take it. Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups, Page of Cups, the World, and Page of Pentacles. Okay. The old techniques are not going to work for you anymore. The strategies, the things that you normally do to stay on top of things, they're not working for you anymore, and you're trying to continue based on the force of the habit. It's just not going to work. Um, there's a level of completion to this, to your approach to things. You've mastered it, you've concluded it, you've reached where you need to reach, and now you're guided to have to learn new ways to get things done or to relate to other people, to communicate. You're guided to have a new form of communication, um, and to work in cooperation with other people, not so much so from a leadership position or from a, the freelancer that comes joins the project, so like an active part of something, high level teamwork kind of thing. This will really expand your communication skill and ability to do all kinds of things for yourself, for your life. It's just not gonna be very comfortable at first. Probably a little bit challenging, maybe your job, the position, job description, the dynamic than what you're used to. And what you're used to is not working well there as it worked out at other places. Or you have a new friendship, relationship, or new connections that the dynamic is different. They respond differently to you. You're interacting with a different culture, a different language. You got to adapt to it. But it's adventurous and it's fun and it's exciting if you just look at it as such, as opposed to trying to like make something that doesn't fit. But I see you moving in a very interesting, exciting new direction. You could be traveling for work or for a relationship, and it's like a whole new life, pretty much. Some of you are moving state, country, continent. I don't know. Some of you are changing um, career, studying something new. And it's like super confusing. You're like, I don't know who I am anymore. That's okay. Pluto just left your sign. Um, it takes away unnecessary powers that you have, and it gives necessary energy that you need. And so the void will be filled with sensible understanding of your life. Don't worry, it's just a temporary transition time. Um, but things are going to start moving fast and well for you. And if you're not earning as much as you're used to earning, or if you're not experiencing the way you want to experience it, it's temporary, sorry. It's temporary, it's meant to kind of adjust you. And as you surrender to this newfound self, things will work out actually really well, like really well. You're on the right path. It's okay. Okay. All right. Good luck, Capricorn. I hope this was helpful. So, Aquarius is next. Happy birthday, Aquarians. If you're having a good season. Message for Aquarius for February. Message for Aquarius for February. Okay. Ooh, a lot of people. Queen of Cups, Knight of Swords, and King of Swords. This queen has something to say. She's going to say it. This queen has a message to deliver to this King of Swords, and it's going to be delivered sharp, fast, clear. It's like it's an energy that's been really holding back, being passive, but very active inside. Very intense and very intentful, processing things, processing emotions, processing intuition, really analyzing its environment. And now this queen feels ready to articulate, even an act, which she now knows. And the King of Swords is like, it's going to move this King of Swords into action. It's going to make them proactive. I'm hearing packages delivered. Ace of Cups. The Queen has been delivering this cup to this King of Swords. This could be an emotional expression, a heart-based expression. Um, the ocean is out of the pool. It's like the ocean has been contained in a small pool, and now it's like out and it's back to being an ocean. So something very large in scope and in energy that has been very, very tamed, contained, all of that, and closed. Um, knows that it is time to be what it is freely. Interesting. Um, it's gonna move mountains, lovers. Wherever this queen expressed, did, showed, um, is going to really shake up some status quo. Kind of, you know how when a train is on the tracks and it's like you see the tracks in one direction, but then suddenly there's a split in the track and suddenly it takes a turn on that split that you didn't even see. Like there was one trajectory that was clear, but then suddenly, like out of the blue, a turn was taken. But it's not like the train fell off its tracks; it's still on the track, but it's like something got split in the timeline, or the trajectory has changed somehow. That's how powerful what this Queen said or did is, and it's based in spirit and in truth. It's the Ace of Cups. The lover is like it's a spiritual path, but it's like tell me more about this. Aquarius, and some things be destroyed for that sake, because of that. Something will be lost. Knight of Wands. It's like it's like literally a horse skipping on the rebels or something. It's like with absolute ease, and it's like, yeah, this should have been destroyed. This should have been broken down. This was a the structure was not good or not in alignment or This reading is fascinating. Anything else about this? Too many cards, too many cards. Too many cards. For Aquarius. Hierophant and Nine of Cups. This is like, wow. Okay, this is someone who really just knew the truth of the matter and has went with it with a lot of like, wisdom, responsibility, and understanding of the nature of things, the process of things, how things work, and it really paid off. It was really worth the while. It was really like something that is it's interesting because I'm seeing like the image of um like a child or a damsel staring at this beast thing of a construct of an establishment of, of a karma, and it's anyone else would be absolutely terrified to even try and deal with that. But it's like the ease and the peace and the focus and the inner knowing. It's almost like think of Moses going to Pharaoh and tell him to let my people go. And it's like it's a terrifying thing to face the Pharaoh and demand, for them to release their enslaved people. But it's like Moses knew that God is behind him. He had absolute, even though it was scary and he was timid, still he had the confidence that something very much bigger, much higher is supporting. That's what's so it's like managing to collapse this thing, this crazy thing, this karmic entanglement or this overdue thing that needs to make room for something else, and just kind of fearlessly like stepping into the fire, not being burned. It's like the Daenerys Targaryen going into fire, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, she's gonna burn," but she's coming out, reborn with like her dragons on her shoulders. It's that type of of crazy fearless, divine almost knowledge. Aquarius, this is something really intense. You're the cups, or if it's someone in your life somehow, but this is going to have the proper result. Things will be as they should because of the showcase of great courage in the face of danger. Okay, that's so dramatic. That was very cool. Okay. Next is Pisces. Pisces, almost happy birthday. For those of you who celebrate in February, you're early Pisceans. Hey, Mountain Girl, you had a phone call for emergency. No, oh, I don't know. You could rewatch. No. Okay. Pisces, February. Message for Pisces for February. Oh, but don't rewind now, especially if you still want your message, Mountain Girl. Pisces, February for Pisces. Ooh, interesting. Knight of Pentacles and the Magician. And the Empress. And the Empress. Empress. A lot of yellow, a lot of light, a lot of creation and manifestation, and a lot of power. This is like mastering nature, Pisces. The North Node is in your sign, is now with in conjunction with Neptune. Um, this brings out the most potent aspect of your energy for the collective and obviously for yourself. This is going to be about your magic. Okay? So it's already starting this February where it's no more no time for games anymore. It's like you are at your highest potential, at your highest expression of your talents and your skill. Don't hold back and act one step at a time. Go with the plan. Go with what you know you can build. You can build something really, really big. Um, Beautiful. It's almost like I'm seeing this uh, like beautiful vacation resort in Hawaii. Everything is perfect. The weather is perfect, and the design is perfect. Plantation and the food and the entertainment. And it's like all perfectly curated, but not enough to be cold way, but very warm, connected to the earth, to the soul, to nature, animals. Some of you are connecting with animals. Some of you are really strengthening your communication with the universe. Some of you are building something that is based on creativity, business, or you're designing something. I don't know. I need to see more about this. Pisces. The Tower and Three of Cups. Mover and shaker. I see you like shaking people's status quo, and you're doing something that really works, very out of the box thinking, very creative, very big. People are like, "Oh, that's impossible," or they don't. They're having a hard time of seeing your vision or the big picture of it. But it's like you're just blazing. You're just kind of similar to the Aquarius reading, actually, but in a less spiritual, more 3D, earthly kind of thing. Um, I'm seeing that some people are not going to see eye to eye and not agree with you, and they might kind of leave and be like, "No, I can't do this," or "No, that's not going to work." But you believe in it too much, and you know something's got to change. You're like changing something. You're creating a big change in a place or in a situation. And some people are not going to like it. Those who do and kind of work with you, it's going to be very interesting. Um, what else about this for February for Pisces? How many times did the Ace of Cups came out? Ace of Cups and the Emperor. Yeah, just own it. You can really create a, this empire based on something you really believe in, and it can really work out. And here, having the Emperor and the Empress and Ace of Cups is love to this reading. There's some sort of relationship, like a power couple, that work together and create something really great. Um, and sorry, I need to look at something. Hold on. So, guys, I think there's also a relationship being built in here that is like very profound. Like this is your person to build with, to create with, and to manifest with. Your life is going to be very different. Like, but different. It's like an amplification of the positive aspects of your life. This is great. This is a really good reading. Like a really, really good reading. Um, so for those of you who are meeting the love of your life, congratulations. For those of you who are having an existing relationship kind of step up into this, or a relationship that isn't in alignment break down, and then this comes through. A lot of drama. I have to say, there's a lot of drama in this reading. Um, it's going to be a very eventful month, but you're going to look back and be like, that was a very meaningful turning point, a very positive way. So, yeah. The sound, Maria, yeah, the sound isn't good. Was it like this the entire time? Or we're reaching the end anyway. We have Ophiuchus, and then Mountain Girl asked a question, and then that's okay. So message for Ophiuchus, month of February, starting with the 9 of Wands, Pentacles, 2 9s. 10 of Pentacles. Wow, Ophiuchus. There's someone in your life that has been staying in the background and not connecting with you, even though they wanted to, from a place of either fear, paranoia, or worry, concern of some sort. Maybe they didn't think they're good enough for you, but some it was a matter of security, um, level of a little bit, but they're really getting over it. I see, like you kept your cool, you kept your I know my worth, and this connection is going to be very lasting. So a few signs got like some very strong, tiding bonds together, building something. If you've been single for a long time, this is when things are changing. Not more about this. Page of Cups. Yeah, I think this person is going to express their heart to you. It's not going to be, like a musical thing. It's going to be contained somewhat. It's going to be shy somewhat. It's going to be like little by little. They're going to express their heart, and that's going to serve as a change in the dynamic and in the energy. Kind of bring you guys closer together. I don't know if they're writing you something or saying it verbally, but the connection even for, or they're thinking about it. They're like very hesitant how to say there's a level of insecurity. King of Swords once more. The Hierophant once more. You want to really express themselves responsibly and truthfully. And there's a lot of wisdom in what they have to say. There's a lot of truth. There's a lot of genuine ability to commit and to bond, offer you some sort of commitment. If it's work related, it's a partnership of some sort or an offer, real, really tangible offer, maybe in a contract. If it's romance, which is very likely, then they really want to come right and come, they don't want to promise, they don't want to under promise. So they're taking their time to kind of, figure that out. But I do see them express themselves. It has to do with some sort of vision that maybe the two of you have, or one of you have, bringing it forward and manifesting, aligning actions with beliefs. Does this sound better now? Tell me more about this for Ophiuchus. Eight of Wands, yeah. Once the communication is going to start, it's going to really come through. I am seeing a very important conversation between you and this person. Um, you know, conclusion, agreement, deciding how you want to go about it. Hold on one second. Hmm. This is very positive. I don't think you're expecting this of you because I think it might surprise you. I mean, I think you've resolved to kind of not wait on them, kind of let them stew their world and kind of continue doing their thing regardless. So I think this might catch you a little bit by surprise, but in a positive way. Um, and I think things are going to work out with this person or in this situation a lot better than you expect. Okay, this was great. Yay, we did it. Okay, guys. Mountain Girl wanted to ask some questions, feedback on work with horses. Okay, feedback on your work with horses. So, spirit cards, feedback for Mountain Girl on work with horses. If anyone else wants, this is how you go about it, or recommend it anyway. Okay, Mountain Girl. Feedback on her work with horses. I love horses. What does Mountain Girl need to know when it comes to her work? What does Mountain Girl need to know when it comes to her work with horses? does Mountain Girl need to know when it comes to her work with horses? Okay, let's see. Okay, you have Three of Swords, Death card, and Page of Swords. So, you really have a horse showing up. Can't approach them from the intellect or from what you. It's important to feel them out. And you can really read yourself in relation to the horse by seeing what the horse does. They mirror us, but not our intellect or what we're trying to do, but what is actually going on in our system. So if the horse looks a little bit frazzled and not focused and kind of you're finding a hard time leading them in a direction that you want them to be led to, it's what they're picking up from you. It's what the horse picks up from you. So really calm yourself down before you approach the horse. And every time they behave in a certain way, go back a little bit, be with yourself, and the situation is if you're the one who's acting the way the horse acted. Okay, what do you need to do for yourself in order to improve that situation or to calm down, to regain focus? Of course, they're not absolutely mirroring you. Sometimes they're testing you. Um, but you want to be really in tune with. Well, I'm sorry, I meant for the work, as in people paying me more than that aspect. Sounds like it's not going to be. I try to remain pretty neutral with them. Well, I didn't ask about that. I just asked about like what you said first, which is um, a feedback on your work with horses. So this is the feedback on your work with horses, and maybe that's what you need in order to. Um, and also remember, karma is what you give is what you get. Right? So if you want people to give you financial feedback, maybe you want to give financial feedback. It's and it's a similar message to what the cards are just now saying what it says. No, that's okay. You got the message you needed to receive. Um, I don't believe in mistakes like that. I believe that you're just getting the message that you're actually needing to receive, because maybe the way to your question is through the message here and your actual work with the actual forces. And modifying that will help that get modified. Does that make sense? So good luck with that. Okay, everyone. This was awesome. And um, I hope it was helpful. Yeah, check out the description box for all the fun. Stay magic. Stay true. I love you very much.